Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for August of 2020. I'm going to do all of the signs, and I will timestamp that in the description so you can hop to your moon and your rising sign and get a little bit more clarification. This is a general reading, so it will be a little bit easier for you to understand if you have your moon and rising sign, so that you can get, kind of more of a full picture than just your sun sign. You can also find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. And I know people are going to ask, so my really cool necklace that I'm wearing is from my friend at Stellar Creature. I'll put her information in the description as well. She is on Instagram. She is I don't know if you call them a jewelry artist or creator. These earrings also are made by her, but you can't have them because she made them for me. And I asked her just to make them for me. So I don't think she's ever made them again. I don't know. Maybe you could talk her into it. But check her out too. All right, I will timestamp all the signs and let's just get started. What do we have for Aries? Aries, the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. All right, Aries, when I see the Hierophant, we've got something going on here with either following the rules or feeling like you are constrained by the rules. When we add this Two of Pentacles in, it's almost like you need to set some new rules for yourself. I feel like with the 10 of Wands here, that other people have set the rules for you, and it's time for you to kind of shake those off and make your own rules. The 10 of Pentacles, yeah, I'll be okay. The 10 of Wands oftentimes is, wow, I just feel like I can't breathe. Oh, it's so weird. You guys feel very burdened. Duh. That's why I can't breathe. The 10 of Wands, a lot of times it's stuff that we've picked up from other people. It isn't stuff that so much has been handed to us. It's stuff that we've gone around and picked up. Oh, I can help you with that. Oh, let me do that. Oh, I'm able to understand this. I'll do this. Let me do it. Let me do it. And sometimes we have to take a look at the things we're carrying and the burdens that have been placed upon us. And sometimes when we see them, we realize they don't even belong to us. And I think that's what we're looking at here, is it's time to put down all of this stuff and create our own rules, our own hierarchy to follow, our own set of guidelines and standards. And when you see this Two of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're starting out fresh. It's like, that's a little bit unnerving, but your rules are what you need to live your life by, not other people's rules. So if you start out slow, kind of gently, I really feel like you need to gently release these burdens. You don't need to call people up and be like, yeah, I'm never helping you again, click, not like that. But if you can find a way to gently release some of these burdens and really sit with yourself. The Hierophant also is kind of about higher function and higher learning, a lot of wisdom. Sit with yourself and say, what do I need for me? And then, with this Two of Pentacles, it's just saying that you need this balance. This balance is really important to you. So you have to find out, what can you really achieve in this material world? Because this is about your material world, the things that you are carrying and the things you are responsible for in the material world. It's important that you balance all of this stuff out so that you can follow the rules that you want, the guidelines that you want, what you are comfortable with. But this is not it, Aries. So this month, the universe is just telling you it's time to put everybody else's burdens aside. It's time to figure out what your rules are and set up a system that is balanced and allows for rest and work. I'm really feeling that it is allowing for rest and for work for you, so that you can function at this higher level, but on your terms, not on other people's terms, not carrying stuff that doesn't belong to you. So that's what we're gonna ask the Aries to do. And remember, watch your moon and rising, because it may give you a little bit more clarification as to why that's the case. All right, we're gonna move on to our Taurus watchers for August of 2020. We have got the Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Six of Swords. I'm sensing a theme here. All right, Four of Pentacles It's time to kind of take a look around, figure out where your finances are, all of your material things. This isn't about like going on some kind of austerity budget though, and hoarding everything up. This is about getting everything in order. Like when I see this card, often people say, oh, it's the miser card. Oh, this person's a no. This, in this situation especially, is about being able to put your hands on your assets so that you know what you have to work with, because the star is big dreams, things you want to be, do, and have, big stuff that if somebody said, hey, what do you want to do with your life, you'd be like almost afraid to tell them, because you might think that they think you're crazy, or that it's just so out there and outlandish, or oh, you could never do that. Don't allow other people's thoughts to limit your belief. Don't let other people's miserly thoughts limit the things that could happen here for you. This is your dream, things you want to do. If someone said to you, you can be, do, and have anything, what is it? Truly, what is it? It's time to look at that, and it's time to assess what you have in your arsenal, whether it's finances, whether it's creative talent, whether it's time. But this is your tangible. This is the stuff that you can actually set your hands on so that you can try to put this stuff in motion. And then the Six of Swords is about setting off on that journey. So this is a big month for you, a really big month for you, because not only are you going to kind of see what you have and what your assets are, you're going to really determine what this big dream is. And it doesn't have to be something huge, but it's something that's a dream of yours. And that's what makes it important, is that it's not someone else's dream. But then the Six of Swords, it's saying make it happen then. Set off on this journey. Don't just think about it and think, oh, that'd be nice. This is for other people though. I'm just going to do what I've always been doing. This is not for other people. You are other people. This is for you. It's time to set off on this journey. So you kind of have a busy month ahead of you, but I feel like you already, sort of being an earth sign, you kind of know what your assets are. But so you might already be here. Fully embrace this, outline what it is that you want, and take the steps to head in that direction. I'm not saying that you have to do anything radical, because that could be upsetting for you, but it is time to put the wheels in motion. Take the steps necessary to get on that path, okay? Watch your moon and rising. It will give you some more information about that. Will probably help you either with the plan or help you outline what it is that you do truly want. All right, we're going to move on to our Geminis for August of 2020. What do we have for Gemini? Six of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. All right, let's get these so you can see them. Oh, maybe I'll move them a little bit this way. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, Six of Pentacles for our Geminis. This is a really fantastic sign. Not only do you have the progression from the 6 to the 7, but you have the Knight of Swords in between, which is saying that there's going to be this mental agility that will help you go from the 6 to the 7. Pentacles are your tangible environment, the things you can put your hands on. The Six of Pentacles is enough abundance that you're able to share with other people. I'm not saying you have to donate money to people. You can, maybe you have a friend that's working on something and you want to help, fund their Kickstarter, things along those lines. Or you have people that are less fortunate than you that you are aware of and you feel like you want to help them. You have so much going on here between going from the 6 to the 7 with this intellectual pursuit. You have the material world. This can be money, but it can be time. It can be items, whatever. Maybe somebody who, maybe you've got 3 or 4 laptops and you don't even use 2 of them. Maybe there's somebody that could benefit from either borrowing one of them or having the use of it for a while. This is material items. These are tangible things you can put your hands on. Really go, you're getting more. The Knight is more than an intellectual message. This is much more than that. It's an energy that comes towards you. If you have the Page, it's just the message like, hey, use your head. The Knight is, the energy is here for you to use. So going from the 6 to the 7, the 7 talks about being choosy though. So you do want to be careful where you place these assets and where you share them, as far as helping other people and furthering furthering along not only your own growth, but others. So you want to use this energy, and this is like extreme mental agility. So when your brain starts to fire really, really fast, and being Geminis, you're already an air sign, so you are one of the swords. Your brain already kind of fires quickly like that. When that happens, be ready for it, because you'll know right away, this is good, this is bad, I can't do this, I should do that. And don't question it, because you have this Knight of Swords that gives you that agility to move quickly from subject to subject. I will say too, one thing about this Seven of Pentacles is that it talks about him being very, very choosy. You can see that there's all these pentacles here. There's one on the ground right next to his feet, and he's like, why would you pick up the one off the ground when there's fresh ones right here? Okay, so let's just really think about that. I think it's saying kind of don't squander the gifts that you have toward things that really aren't worthy of you. You'll see that a lot. A lot of times something just isn't worthy of your attention, and you want to be very careful as to what it is that you do with, I hate to say like the gift of you, but you know what I mean. What you put your attention on, what you put your effort into, be really careful with that. This really asks us to be intelligent about where we place our assets and where we lend our hand to help others. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to our Cancers. We have the Ace of Cups, followed by the King of Swords. That's what I thought. I'm looking at it backwards there. And the Four of Wands. Cancer, you are the Cups. You are a water sign. This definitely signifies that even after you had the 2 sequel new moons in Cancer, which has been like an awful lot of energy expended for you, the universe is asking you to stay open and stay, I don't want to say vulnerable, because that's not the term that I believe should be conveyed to you, but more just allow yourself to be open. I think you have this King of Swords here. Yes, it is the King. I couldn't tell if it was the King or the Queen from back here. I think you have this King of Swords here to kind of remind you to stay open but smart, because the King of Swords, nobody passes off any kind of nonsense on the King of Swords. So while you're asked to, I think a lot of Cancer people, I have a lot of good Cancer friends, and I have a Cancer moon. So a lot of the people that have a lot of Cancer influence in their chart, after these 2 sequel new moons in Cancer, they're kind of like, yeah, I'm really done with all the feels. But for whatever reason, the universe is asking that you remain open for this next month of August, because there is some sort of really big, awesome thing coming toward you. The Four of Wands is about building a new foundation. It's about solidness in relationships and in all of the things that you work on. So as painful as it can be to think, oh my God, I cannot do another month of this kind of interaction, know that you've got this King of Swords here that's kind of like going to cut through the nonsense. And I think you'll be safe from being, I think the fear is always being hurt, being taken advantage of, those kind of things. And so with the knowledge that it is important for you to remain open, know that you have this King of Swords, and you don't, there's a difference between being open and being a martyr. You can be open to new ideas and open to people and open to new situations. It doesn't mean you have to splay yourself out to be injured by those sorts of people. So just know that if you can remain open and utilize the energy from this King of Swords to be smart, and not only smart, but like fierce when it comes to your interactions with other people, you really have a chance to do some major work and build something really incredible. So try to put your fear aside. Know that you have that King of Swords to keep you kind of fierce. So go with fierce instead of fear, and then look toward this kind of new foundation that's coming. So that was pretty deep. All right, we're going to head to our Leos. What do we have for Leo in August of 2020? Leo. have got the 8 of Wands, really high energy, with the 4 of Wands and the King of, okay, Leo. Leos are a fire sign. You are the Wands. So, and it's Leo season. Oh, it's Leo season too. So there you go. You have this intense energy. No wonder, right? That explains it. But the really cool thing is you're kind of being told where to direct this energy, which is extremely helpful. I wanted to make sure that was the King. Yeah, I thought it was. So you're being told kind of where this energy is directed, because this is such an intense sort of thing that's going on here. You kind of think, what am I going to do with all these wands? What am I going to do with all this fire energy? Well, you are Leos, you are the fire sign. So you are in Leo season. Here you go. There you go. This is all you. You have this 8 of Wands, this intense energy coming from Leo season. And then you have the 4 of Wands, which I believe, Cancer had that too. So you have that 4 of Wands as well. And then you have the King of Wands. So it looks like you'll be able to control this energy, because the King of Wands is in complete and total control. So I would say that this energy that comes in is to be put toward, I mean, it's coming right at building this new foundation, whether you have a relationship that you're working on, whether it's romantic or not, doesn't really matter. But this is about relationships and about connection, and knowing that you can put this energy in, but you are also in control of this energy. This isn't a runaway train, okay? So just know that you are in your season. The elements are all on your side. The energy is coming here for you to utilize, and it's going to help you build some very strong foundations for you, but know that you are in control. That's I think the most important thing. This will come by being in control of this energy. So this healthy, strong foundation, good relationships, solid future, all of that stuff comes, but it comes because you are able to control this really crazy energy. You're able to control it here with this King. So I would love to hear what you have going on, because that just seems really interesting to me and really exciting. So, all right, I'm going to move on now to our Virgos. All right. What do we have, Virgo? August of 2020, we've got the Hanged Man. Kind of a typical Virgo thing, right? You're always kind of looking at everything from a million different directions. And the 10 of Swords. Okay. And the 6 of Pentacles. Well, this is a nice, easy one, Virgo. Maybe I'll move this back one. Okay. The Hanged Man is about looking at things from a different perspective, about not just taking everything at face value, but stopping for a minute, looking at something from the opposite point of view and seeing how you digest it. This is something that you do all the time, so I don't think this is a big surprise to you, but it is time here with this 10 of Swords. The perseveration over some particular issue is done. Whatever it is, it's like, I feel like you've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about something for a long time, and it's over now. It was a situation here. We've got this 6 of Pentacles. You are the Earth sign, okay? And so you are the Pentacles. I think it looks to me that you have been giving in an area where, not that you don't give to get back, but you've been giving in an area where you got no return at all. And I don't mean that like you didn't get any money or you didn't get any recognition. It's almost like you gave and it hurt. That's what I'm getting from this. So no matter how you look at this situation, it's not okay, and it's time for it to be done. Whether it's a business associate, whether it's a family member, a work-related issue, whatever it is, it's time to say enough is enough is enough. We're headed into Virgo season coming up here. This is kind of a preparation for you, because Virgo, obviously you don't do things, you do not make snap decisions. So this is kind of preparing you for Virgo season. It is time, you got to cut this loose. This is over. 10s are the end of a cycle. So whatever you've perseverated on and tried to fix in your head and you can't because it's over, it's time to let it go. It's time to be done with it. And then I said here with this 6, it's like you have your own abundance and people are always wanting a piece of it. And while you love sharing it, and it's usually a really wonderful thing, at this point, enough is enough. You have given what you can give in this situation, and it's time to walk away. It's time to be done with it, because all that will come from it is just more pain and anguish. And like I said, no matter how you look at it, that's how it's going to come out. So not to be heavy and deep, but hey, you know, I'm here for all the messages. So we're going to move on to our Libras. What do we have for Libra? We've got strength in Leo season, so that's kind of neat, right? Because we're in Leo season, it gives you the strength, pretty cool. We've got justice, another major, and the lovers. Okay. All right. There is something that needs to be said, Libra. You are an air sign, so the swords represent you, which means a lot of times you can be up in your head. This is not about being in your head. This is about being out. This is about using the inner strength that you have to communicate out loud what is going on with some relationship. This doesn't always have to be a love thing. This can be a platonic relationship between someone that you are like very close to, the soul sister, soul brother, you know, heart mate, like someone. It can be your very best friend, your cousin, your aunt, your mother, whatever, or it can be your actual physical relationship with a lover, partner, etc. That was a lot of clarification. Sorry. Anyway, it's time. I feel like I can't breathe. This is heavy on you. And so it's time to use that inner strength that you have to get this out from your head, out into the world. Like, it's time for you, I keep hearing, to speak your truth. Enough already. With this card, you have the Justice card. You see the sword in her hand. Okay. This is the Libras, isn't this? Yeah, we're on Libra. This is the Libras card. Okay. So you're in Leo season. Hey, Leo season, right? With the Libra card, there you go. You got the scale right there. You're balancing things out. You got the sword because you're an air sign. So you've got Leo season for the Libras with this relationship. Whatever this relationship is, it's time to speak your truth. It's time to get it out into the open, because I'm telling you, whatever it is, it is. Whatever will be, will be. It doesn't matter. It's just going to all shake out the way it shakes out, and it doesn't matter. But you have got to speak your truth. You no longer can be silent about whatever this is. And the thing with justice is, it doesn't matter. I would try to be tactful about it, Libra, because sometimes I'm an air sign as well. Sometimes we can be rather blunt. So I would say, for your best interest, it's good to be as tactful as you can, but be strong and tactful. Be strong still. You know, don't wimp out of it. Not that you would, but be strong, be tactful, and know that this needs to get out into the open so that this can either heal or be done. I don't have anything else to say about that. But I do feel better. So, all right, Libra. We're going to move on to our Scorpios. Let's see what we've got for our Scorpios. We have got the Two of Wands, the Sun. I think it's this one. And the Page of Wands. All right, Scorpio, Two of Wands is taking some action on a short-term goal. So there's something that I think you have been thinking about, wondering about, and now it's time to take a baby step. It doesn't mean you have to abandon life as you know it and set off, with your backpack. You don't have the Fool card. You just have the Two of Wands. So take a deep breath and know it's time to make some short-term plans and to actually step out on those plans. Wands are about action. You have the Page of Wands. Pages bring messages, okay? Pages are the messengers of the tarot. So what we're doing here is we're saying, okay, here's your message loud and clear. Hello, there's your message loud and clear. It's time to take, I'm saving this card and you're going to see why. It's time to take some baby steps. This isn't about just staying in your head and going, well, maybe I'll this and maybe I'll that. It's okay. He's got the globe in his hand, okay? He's got the world in his hand. Everything is available to you. It's time to take some baby steps in that direction. And the sun is about something brand new. So this is something that you've been thinking about, and maybe you haven't started it yet. Like maybe you want to create something, or you have a business idea, or you wanted to do an art project. It doesn't have to be something earth-shattering, but whatever it is, it's important to you. And I think like taking just a few baby steps with this Two of Wands, some baby steps toward this thing. Let's say you want to create an art project, you have an idea for something, you want to build something, order the supplies so that you can make that happen, and stop thinking about it, but get it out of your head. You know, like that's what that page is about. It's like saying, okay, it's time, take some action, do something so that you can prove to you that you believe in yourself. Take some baby steps toward the action that you so desperately want. Whatever this thing is, it is time for this brand new thing. It's time. And I don't know who this is for, but you have to not be afraid of that. Afraid of like how somebody will feel about that, or maybe they'll say something, or they'll say, oh, why are you doing that? Oh, who do you think you are? Or well, those people don't matter. I really feel like there's a small fear. It isn't a huge fear. There's a small fear that you're afraid people will say, well, like, why are you doing that? Well, who cares why I'm doing that? You don't have to do it, you know? So just listen to this messenger, take some baby steps, start on the path to doing the things that you really want to do. This one thing, just do this one thing in August. Just start this, make some progress toward this. But like I said, this is not about writing down, oh, I want to do this. This is about taking the steps, whether you collect the supplies to begin the project, or download the plans for the project, or find out what supplies you even need. You get my drift, okay? Just enjoy the process, really enjoy the action that you take, even be like ceremonial about it, you know, because it's for you. It's not for anyone else, but this brand new thing is for you. This is who you are. It has nothing to do with any other people but you. I feel so angry about that. So maybe because I have a Scorpio rising and I have a big project. I don't know. Could be that. All right, Scorpio. We'll move on to our Sagittarians now. I'll stop being like that. What do we have for Sagittarius? These always get more intense as we go along. Sagittarius. We have got the Lovers. We have got the Fool. Very interesting. And we've got the High Priestess. Well, alrighty then. The Lovers, this card does not have to be your romantic partner. This can be a relationship that is like a heart-bonded relationship, best friend, sibling, mother, father, cousins, aunts, co-workers, someone that your heart is connected to, okay? But it is time either for a new step in your relationship, or for a new relationship in general is on the horizon for you. But you have to be unafraid to make the commitment to this relationship. So I think it is time for this to grow. I don't feel like it's like, oh, it's time to get rid of this person and get a new person, like the Fool brand new journey thing. I think this is more like it's time for an evolution, but you have to be ready to take the steps necessary to make that happen. Even if you're married to someone, how many times are people married, you talk to them, and I mean, they haven't necessarily given everything that they have to their partner. So it may be time to deepen that connection that you have with either your romantic partner or with a best friend or someone that you're just extremely close to. It's time. The beautiful thing, because I know this sounds terrifying, is that you do have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is your intuition. So your intuition is singing and clicking right along, and you will know what to share with them, how to share it with them, and when the time is right. Because just because you have this combination doesn't mean that you burst into the room, you know, and say, hey, you're the one I'm going to marry, right? Or, oh, you know, you're the one who's going to have my children. This may not be the way that you go about this. Just because you know it doesn't mean that they are, I don't want to say on the same page. They may be, but your intuition will tell you the right way to convey that. I really do think that this isn't about getting rid of someone for someone new. I think it's really about increasing the depth of the relationship to a new level and not being afraid to step out into that in a fearless way, but using your intuition to know when and how would be appropriate to do that. So I think it's really more about using your intuition for the correct and appropriate behavior to get the response that is best for everyone concerned. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. So I'd be interested to hear how that affects everyone. All right, we're going to head to our Capricorns. What do we have for our Capricorns? August of 2020. Three of Swords. Don't get all sad. Let's see. The Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. Okay, this is easy. This is easy though. Like, it looks sad and painful, but it's not. It's easy. Something is on your mind that there was a bad situation, an unfortunate situation that makes you feel real bad whenever you think about it. And you got the Five of Swords, which is a communication issue. Most likely this happened. This heartbreak, I feel the word I keep hearing here is misunderstanding. I don't feel like it's like this romantic devastation. I think it's more some sort of hurt, either afflicting you from a partner or someone close to you. But it seems like it's all because of a miscommunication. It's like a devastating effect of just something that was said incorrectly. And you got to be so careful of emails and texts and flippant remarks or offhanded comments. That's what I feel like it was. It was just something that was flippant or offhanded, and it was devastating to someone around you. This can be that it didn't happen to you. I almost feel like it didn't really happen to you. I feel like you kind of happened to someone else, and no one is dealing with the situation. You got this Two of Swords here. No one's dealing with it. No one wants to deal with it. No one wants to talk about it. If I close my eyes, it's not there. Like, okay, well, you know, I'm just going to close my eyes. It's not here. I can't see you, so you can't see me. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. So whatever the situation is, whether you were the one that was hurt or whether you hurt someone else, it's through a miscommunication, because that's what this is about. This is a miscommunication that hurt someone in a devastating way. It can easily be fixed. And if you are the hurt one, you know what? Instead of ignoring what's happening like this, just go to the person and say, listen, what you said in that text really hurt my feelings. What you said in that email, the offhanded comment you made at this family gathering, whatever it was extremely painful. And I would ask that you not do it again. And I would ask that you think about those kinds of things before we communicate again, because you're important to me, etc., blah, blah, whatever you have to say it so that you don't like steamroll over them. Yeah, and I really, if this happened to you, it will take a little bit to force yourself into this situation again because of the hurt. But if you did this to someone else, if you caused someone else to feel bad, and really think about it, because if this doesn't resonate with you, first check your moon and rising signs, but also if it doesn't resonate with you, it might very well be because you just haven't thought about it. If you think about it in the last few weeks, has there been someone that maybe you said something to them that you thought was fine and they kind of looked at you like they looked at you like that, you know, like, what? And you thought, whatever. That particular interaction may have been a lot more than, whatever. Like, this may be really devastating to someone. So think back, because if it doesn't resonate immediately that someone hurt you, it's a good possibility that in a blunt way you may have hurt someone else. So seek in August to repair that and really watch your communication. It also could be that you have some uncomfortable conversations coming up, and this is saying, listen, don't just, put the blindfold over. Really think about how you communicate with people, because this is kind of that whatever, like whatever, I don't care, so what, miscommunication thing. That kind of behavior though causes this. So really just kind of look at this whole picture here and take it in and see where it applies, and then do the work to fix that. Really important that you clear that up, because the thing is, it will create a blockage for you. It may have hurt someone else, but it will create a blockage for you, because deep down you know that happened. And if it hurt you, obviously there's a blockage there for you because you're in pain. So either way, it's time to kind of take action against that sort of thing and try to heal that wound, pull those swords out, All right, we're going to move on to our Aquarians. What do we have for Aquarius? We have got the Four of Pentacles. We have got the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, Aquarius. Now, I have a little side story. I'm an Aquarius, and of course, I have a Cancer moon, and it was the new moon in Cancer, and I did a lot of self-care and a little bit of spending. So, Aquarius, if you did any of those sorts of things, it is now time to kind of batten down the hatches. You have the Four of Pentacles, which is, or if you're married to an earth sign, they're going to want you to kind of batten down the hatches, right? Okay, this is your earth sign going, okay, I've seen all this different stuff arriving. I'd like you to kind of get a grip on that. But I'm just being funny. No, I'm really not being funny. Yeah, it is time. Kind of get your hands on all your assets, get your things in order. You've had your fun. That was really cool. But remember, you have a plan. You have a plan, and your plan is to be highly successful, okay? The 10 of Pentacles is highly successful, and you have the 9 of Pentacles right now too. So you're like so close to here. You, with this 9 of Pentacles, you're like, oh, I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close. Don't just give up. You have this 10 of Pentacles coming, which is like extreme success. So this is coming for you, but it comes through you kind of taking control of what's going on around you, okay? Because Aquarians, we're air signs. We kind of like to live up in our head, and we're like, la, 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 la. We like to just float above on this ethereal, cool little plane and just kind of hang out. But stuff is actually happening down on Earth, and, you got to check in, and you got to be part of it. You got to be part of, like, the Earth stuff. You got to be part of that. And it's not that you're not doing the work, because obviously you're doing the work. You're doing all the work. And like I said, you are so, so close. And I know, like, I'm an Aquarius. I have a very big project going on right now, and I'm this close to finishing it. So I know part of this is like my stuff coming through, but I don't think I'm alone, because I have Aquarian friends who we've been talking about this, and this is kind of the season. This stuff is sort of, it's like, it's been winding up. So listen, Aquarius, put your hands on your assets. Did that sound funny? I didn't mean it like that, but I'm saying this card, I don't see it as a miser. I see it a lot as like, it's really important for you to know what your fluid assets are, where your money is, what your bank accounts look like, what your plans are, what your budget is for this, maybe for a project you're working on. What is your budget? Are you just whatever? Or do you have a budget? Do you have an idea in mind? Is there a price point? Like, what, outline what you have going on and what you want, because you can see this 10 of Pentacles. You can see it over there, this success, and you can see it because you're at the 9. You're like this close. So just keep your eye on the prize. Keep doing the work, because that's the other thing about the Pentacles. This is stuff you can put your hands on. Keep doing the work. Finish up the loose ends. Finish up the things you need to finish up. Send the emails. Do the stuff. Keep things organized, whatever it is. Do all that so you can get here, because you're so close. Don't flake out and not get the reward, okay? Don't flake out and miss out on this because you don't feel like locking stuff down, okay? Please don't do that. That's all I got for the Aquarians. All right, we're going to finish it up with Pisces. All right, Pisces. Oh, there we go, right here. Pisces. We have Death. We have the 10 of Wands. And we have this one. The Two of Swords. Okay, Pisces. You got this death card kind of floating around here. This does not mean like you're going to die or terrible things are going to happen. This is saying there's two things going on that you have. One is this Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is being burdened, being held down and oppressed by things that technically almost always you picked up yourself. They aren't things people walked up and handed to you and you said, oh, I don't want this. And they said, ha ha, take it, and ran away. This is stuff that you took on by like, oh, I can help with that. Oh, I can do that. Oh, I'm good at that, so I'll do it. Well, just because you're good at something and can help with it doesn't mean that you need to add it to your plate. And this is, I think that this death card here, it signifies a lot of times change and growth. And I see that. And I'm always happy to see this. But I'm really excited here because you also have this Two of Swords, which is the la 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 la. I can't see you. You can't see me. Let's pretend this isn't happening thing. And you've been doing that. And doing that just gets you more of this. So the death card here, the death card here I think is saying it's time. I don't think it's saying, I know it's saying it's time to put all this stuff down, look at the problem, and say no more of that. It's just that simple and cut and dry. You've taken on way too much. You've kind of ignored it for a while, thinking if I don't pay attention to it, it's not really there. If I can't see it and it can't see me, then it's not really there, but it's still there. Put the swords down, take off the blindfold. In August, you're going to go through the things that you are currently responsible for, the things that you are carrying, the burdens that you're carrying. They can be emotional, financial, physical, personal, they can be anything, but you are carrying something that doesn't belong to you. It's not your burden. It's not your burden to bear. It's not your stuff to carry. It's not your problem. So it's time to let those things die. And that's the beautiful thing, as death comes through and sort of sweeps out all the rubble and all the casualties of our growing process. And this is a process for you, and this is the process that you're in, is it's time to cut loose all of this stuff from yourself. Enough with it already. It is there. You can see it. You know it's there. Whether you can cover your eyes or not, you know it's there. So let death come and kind of sweep out the rubble and the casualties of you cleaning house, because it is time. It is time to clean it up, clean it out, put it down, whatever, and let it be gone, because you've got new stuff coming up for you, and this is not it. So, all right, Pisces, unapologetically drop that stuff, let it go, and just let death come in and do what it does best. Just take out the trash, all right? All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.